Okay, we are live, and this is your host, Major Will. Hi, how is everybody? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to get things started with a few little reminders of yesterday because I cut the video short and I cut the end of it off. And I didn't mean to do that, and I apologize to everybody for that inconvenience. But we're going to just touch base on that for today. We're going to talk about SHIB. I'm covering what no one else is going to be covering with Shibarium. Um, and there's two reasons for that. So, without further ado, we'll get right into it. And I want to say another big shout out to everybody. Thanks for coming and taking part in the conversations, what's going on in the ecosystem. And we're going to get right into SHIB here in a second. Um, I just want to go through a few little things, minor details on what what has transpired in the last little while. The Canadian Federal Reserve, um, the G, with the inflationary concerns for this morning for Canada were that we went down 0.7. So that's a huge drop in inflation. But they're still looking before they decide that they're going to reverse the rates. They want that 2% inflationary concerns wiped out. So that in order to meet that mandate, what's going to happen is once it goes to 3.5, then they're going to start to lower interest rates again. But until then, it's looking like it's probably July or August before they reduce rates in Canada. The U.S. CPI numbers come out tomorrow. No, the Federal Reserve comes out tomorrow, and they're going to talk about what they're planning on doing. The speculation is that they are going to leave rates where they are, and then take a look forward because of the banking sector collapsing in the U.S. and everybody's looking towards Bitcoin as a relief from the fiat currencies around the world because the fiat currencies are in deep, deep trouble because of the amount of money that they have to print to bail out everybody. Um, and that's a huge thing, right? So that's a big concern. So we're going to reflect on um, those numbers. Those numbers won't have any effect on us long-term investors. Short-term investing, absolutely. We're probably going to see a spike tomorrow, and then might see a sell-off on Friday. Just because it'll get overdone, like everything else. SHIB has been completely punished for no reason, just because it falls in line with the markets. But this is why I like SHIB, and this is why I'm trying to get the message out to everybody. SHIB is on its own. Uh, the investors are the holders. So the whole community behind SHIB is because everybody loves a success story. Everybody loves something that they can hold on to. Eventually, it'll make money. It's like a hockey card. Hockey cards go up and down in value depending on the circulating supply of hockey cards. So if you have 4,000 Wayne Gretzky's um, or Bobby Hall, and you have 9,000 Bobby Halls out there, half of them are destroyed. What's the price of a baseball card? It goes up. And then they find out, oh, no, wait a second, we found some more. They don't print anymore because it's only the rookie year, or it's whatever year that they were in, and it tells you on the hockey card what year it is. So there's only so many in supply, so it drives the price up. Well, what do you think SHIB is? SHIB is a reduction in coins. Anything that reduces in coins is going to go up. But people, the psychology behind it is it's not big enough. It's not doesn't have um, it'll take years before they burn off the coins. The problem is that you're focusing on one little aspect of SHIB. You're not focusing on the whole aspect of SHIB. SHIB will burn as much as you want it to. That's the thing. We're the investors. We can go to every single company on the planet and tell them, listen, you want us to buy your product? Well, then you have to incorporate a burn into it. So we're not asking you to dip in your own pocket and burn your own money. We're asking you to ask the people that are buying your products to charge them a little extra. And then use that money, don't use it all, but 90 to 80% of it, burn it because it's no cost to you. So that was what I was trying to get to. And yesterday, um, I'm I'm putting out a challenge there for all the SHIB community. Monetize my channel. Help me get started. And when every time I get somebody coming on board, and there's over 4 million of us strong, we can make it happen very quickly. I will burn 80% of it. That is my word to you. When my first check, my first 3 checks, 5 checks, whatever, all the way through. Okay, no matter how much money I make, I will burn 80% of it. And that's my word to the SHIB community and the whole ecosystem. I will burn 80% of it. Now, I also am in charge of major aerial drone services. I'm going to charge an extra $5 for every contract that I do. And I'm going to burn $4.50 of that $5. I'm going to keep 50 cents for administration cost. I got to set up the dead wallet. I got not dead wallet. I got to set up. I got to set up the wallet that I'm going to be using for the public wallet. That's only going to be used for making the donation to burn SHIB. So it's going to be bought with fiat currency, and I'm going to use the fiat currency to buy SHIB. SHIB, then I'm going to burn it. That's simple. Because I want to see us grow, and I want the community to back me when I do those burns, so that I get the feedback from the community, and I get the feedback from everybody that's around me, saying that what I'm doing is a good thing. I'm helping the community. Everybody who's invested will start making money because we're going to lower the supply. Now, I'm only one company. I've got 3 different departments that I'm going to show you that I'm going to start the burn process on. Okay, so if you don't know my channel already, we'll go into my channel. And there's my channel. And then we'll go into Major Aerial Drone Services. Right here. And there's the other channel. Okay, 3 different departments with one wallet. And one wallet, 3 times in a day, I will show you live. I don't want to do this unlive because then you can say, well, he didn't do it. He just showed us. He faked it out. He faked out and did it a different way. I don't want to do that to anybody. I want to show you that what we're making and what we've done and what we're going to do with everything. But in order to get monetized, I need 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 subscribers or no, 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 hours of watch time. So that's a lot of time for people to queue in and take part in it. So that's what I'm posing for the community. This is what I want to do for you. And what I want from you is just to watch or don't watch, just turn it on, leave for a couple minutes, come back and bug out. It's up to you. But at least that way there I get the likes, I get the views, I get the subscriptions from the SHIB Army. And my promissory note is that we'll start burning SHIB live. And then it's going to be recorded. They're not going to be erased. Whatever is done live so that you guys can benefit and see the burns happening to SHIB. So that is my proposal to you. And that is my challenge to the whole SHIB community is to get the word out so that we can start burning as much SHIB as possible with three individual ideals. But this doesn't work without the help of the SHIB community. Because I'm not even monetized. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. I'm short on all my aspects of this, right? So that's why I'm asking for the help of the SHIB community. As you can see, 334 subscribers. I'm like 700 short. So everything is based on what I can get. So like Kevin O'Leary said, and Rod Johnson had to say, uh, it's better to have a little piece of a bigger pie than to have no pie, and that's the whole point. Because you get 100% of nothing or 20% of the whole, which is bigger than nothing. So that's where I'm standing right now. I have nothing. That's why I'm offering the 80% burn on it. I'm also working, so I don't need the money, but I do need the administrative costs to set everything up, to get it going, help me out with the podcast, get me a better mic, get me a better system that I can start focusing on what I like to do for you and do for ourselves, right? Because I'm an investor, I'm a holder. I want to take part in the SHIB community as much as anybody. And I really want to see this take off. Like, um, for us, SHIB is completely undervalued. Like when you look at the charts, anyone who looks at the charts, when you look at this number, this is completely undervalued. Now, how do you know it's undervalued? Well, you look at how much we've burned, and this is a psychology. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've said this before. I'll say it many, many times again. When you look at something that's been half the supply is cut, and then you're holding 58% of that supply, how much is left, right? That tells you how undervalued you are because you're talking about being manipulated lower by the investors who invested in your company, invested in your token or company or whatever. Why is SHIB so undervalued? It's a depleting coin, and no one understands the power of this coin. Nobody. If they did, there would be a huge undertaking to make sure that every exchange starts burning SHIB immediately. There would be countries lining up to buy SHIB right now, but they're not because they don't understand SHIB. The reason why they don't understand SHIB is they don't understand the fact that they can burn it. They can't mint it. They can't produce any more SHIB. So it's like a hockey card, it continually gains in value because more and more cards get destroyed. So the more and more cards get destroyed, the more they're valued. Not SHIB. SHIB is still silent, and nobody's talking about it. Have you noticed on when you look up, you go into YouTube and you type in, what do we want to type in? We want to type in SHIB. Shiba Inu coin news today. There you go. None of them are talking about the power of SHIB, that they are a depleting coin supply, and that if you're not in it, well, then you're not in it, but you should be in it at least 1 million coins. If you don't have anything, if you trade it, you should always have 1 million coins because you don't know, and I don't know when that market is going to figure it out that this is a depleting coin. It's like your baseball card, right? Your very expensive baseball card. When you first bought it, it was only 20 cents or 30 cents or 40 cents or a buck 50. Now, there's none in supply. Well, guess how much that card is. And then they say, well, there's no demand for it. Are you kidding me? Who wants a Bobby Hall baseball card for his rookie year? And how much is that card? It's over 1.7 million now for that card. And it's the only card left. It's the same thing with SHIB. Everybody's like, oh, no one's going to buy it because there's no demand for it. Of course they're going to buy it because it's worth so much money. That's the whole point. Before, there were so many coins outstanding. Now, because of all the burns that are happening, and they're happening very fast because it's like, I was trying to tell you, it's a snowball effect. Once one catches onto it, the other, then another, then another. Because this is security. When you buy something that loses value, it increases the security of your company. So your holdings of that company become worth more. So every company that's out there that's trying to make money right now, if they don't associate a burn with SHIB, then they could be out of business in 2 or 3 years. And it's not because they didn't do business with SHIB, they didn't get that security. The security is that SHIB is not going anywhere, that it's going to continue to go up in value, therefore increasing your value of your company, that you didn't have to do anything except for buy a couple 100 million SHIB, or buy a million SHIB, or buy um, 20, 20 million SHIB, 30 million SHIB. You didn't have that stability in SHIB. And then SHIB's worth so much money now that drove up your price. Like, people just don't get it. When they do get it, eventually they will, it will impact the whole marketplace. That's why I'm like, the countries, the companies, the exchanges, every single exchange, every single brokerage firm out there, if they don't hold SHIB, if the banks don't buy SHIB, they have no security. You can buy Bitcoin. How much is a Bitcoin? Okay, and the banks won't look at SHIB because it's too low, right? But here's the thing: it's a depleting coin supply. So anything that's depleting goes up in value eventually. I don't know when, you don't know when, but it will happen. That's the thing. It will explode. We just don't know when it'll explode. And the fact that it hasn't already means that you have an opportunity to buy SHIB. And how many do we need to have to buy SHIB? You only need one, like I said, 1 million SHIB. You can trade the rest. You just need 1 million SHIB because it's only going to cost you $11 USDT, fiat currency, US currency, right? It's a no-brainer to me. $11, it's a drop in the bucket. That's what you spend on a lottery ticket. Now we're getting to the disclosure. I have to do these disclosure agreements with everybody that comes on board. I am not a financial analyst. I am not someone to tell you what to buy, what to hold, what to sell. I'm just telling you the facts. The facts are SHIB is a depleting coin, just like your hockey card. Imagine if you had 589 trillion cans of Coke. How much is a Coke going to be worth? I guarantee you they're not selling it for 0.0001080 of a can to you. And they don't make any more. They don't produce anymore. They don't make any more. That's it. Once the supply is gone, that's it. So every time you sell a can, that can should go up in value. But in SHIB's case, it went down in value. Go figure, right? People, like I said, the mentality hasn't kicked into them yet. Investors don't understand it. If they did, they would never let it go this low. Again, half the supply, 56% of it's being held by holders and stakers. And when it's staked, by the way, it makes 2% on your money per year, not per month, per year. So when you take those into consideration when you're buying or holding SHIB, so all these people, every single one of them, are not talking about the depletion of the coins. And when you do ask them about the depletion of the coins, what do they say? The market capitalization would be in the trillions if it went to 1 cent. They don't get it. Even they don't get it. The thing is that it's depleting. They don't understand that word depleting. Yes, if it went to 1 cent tomorrow, the market capitalization would be outrageous. Not impossible, outrageous. Um, that's what they don't understand. It's a simple, basic concept. We have to deplenish the circulating supply. Circulating supply of SHIB, going to the burns again. The circulating supply of SHIB, see this number down here? It says circulating supply. This is not the circulating supply. Okay? You have to take 56% of this out. And then that leaves you the circulating supply. Because the rest of it's being held by the holders, investors. So you take 56% of this amount. Here's your total supply. The total supply of SHIB is 589,906,009,784,5466136. This number never goes up. It has never gone up since I've been looking at it since March of last year. Okay, so, and I've been doing the math and the calculations on it. We're over 55 billion that we've burned since March of last year. 55 billion we've burned. Where does the price gone? Down. Robinhood joined in. The metaverse came out. They started staking. They started staking. They started buying land properties. Did they sell everything? No. They were hoping to raise over a couple $100 million, I think 300 million. Hoping to raise with the properties of the metaverse, SHIB the metaverse. They didn't sell all of their properties, so therefore they didn't make as much as they had hoped they'd make for the development of the SHIB community. They did do a good job with certain things and certain aspects of it. We'll get into SHIB the metaverse. So here's SHIB the metaverse. We'll look at the lands. Okay, so that was their aspects. Satoshi did an amazing job with the developers, and they did a test on if someone could duplicate or infiltrate uh, the SHIB coin or token. They can't. We can buy it. We can sell it at whatever price we want. You want to take a loss, then you take a loss. You may make a couple bucks, 20%, 30% of your money. Usually SHIB gives you those ins and outs pretty quickly. But I always consider people that do that are playing with fire. Because like I said before, you have no idea what you're playing with until you realize what you're playing with. And that's the truth of it. And you are playing with a very dangerous deck. Okay, this is a depleting supply of tokens. Now, those burns haven't come through like they had hoped. Uh, they're coming out with more games. They're coming out with bigger and better things, and everybody's waiting for the Shibarium release. And I'm telling you, don't wait for the Shibarium release. I'm telling you to go out there and do the exact same thing I'm trying to do. Help the community generate bigger burns. We do that, we can grow faster at a more exceptional rate that people can understand and um, get the ball rolling. Like I said, if I had 1 million or 2 million followers, and I had 750,000 subscribers, and I had 9,000 or 10,000 comments per day, I would probably generate about $12,000 to $13,000 a month. Out of that, I would burn 80% of it, $10,000 I'd burn. I keep $2,000. That's it. And that would be my word to you. Um, Major Aerial Drone Services is a seasonal job for right now because the drones that I have um, at my disposal only allow me to do uh, basically summer, fall, and spring. Minus 22 is the biggest, and the hardest thing about drones is wind. Um, and that's like if I get gusts of 70 kilometers, I can't take out my drone for obvious reasons. Even if I had a high powered drones, I wouldn't be able to take them out. The most I can withstand is about 40 kilometer winds, not even miles, 40-kilometer winds. That's it on my drones. Otherwise, I got really shaky footage, and it's not worth taping. I have to go back and forth. So that takes into consideration too, right? So when I get projects to help me, I help you. And I'll set aside $4.50 from every contract that I get so that the SHIB community can put the word out and I'm helping them, they'll help me with advertising. That's the whole point of this is to get the advertising out, get the word out so that we can start burning SHIB together. And that's what I'm trying to do for SHIB, right? And for myself because I'm an investor. The more I burn, the more I earn. And that's our logo, right? That's our stature. That's what we go by. The more we burn, the more we earn. Now, in this case, SHIB doesn't know what burn means. And that's proof of it right there. Absolute proof, right? So when you go look at this and you go, there's the total supply, that's what we want to get down. That's what we want to target. Total supply. Circulating supply is okay, but you got to remember this number here. This and this add up to this, right? This and this add up to this. And it's offset a little bit. So that means that there's daily staking going on or weekly staking going on. They can't put it up there, right? Because these two numbers should add up together. Anyway, thank you for paying attention and taking part. And I'm looking forward to our next meeting, next video that I'm going to do. I'm hoping that this one goes a lot better than the last few. And I hope we can get something going and get the word out and really focus on um, our challenges that we have to reduce the amount of SHIB in circulation. No other coin, by the way, does this. It's a non-governance depleting supply of SHIB. And if you look at the other coins, they're all governed. Okay? So I've talked about this before and I'll talk about it now. Govern means that they can manipulate it for the benefit of their company or their token or their coin. Okay? So all the coins that are out there, they can mint them, they can reduce them, depending on what circumstances that they show the communities of those coins that they're doing. SHIB doesn't have that option. And SHIB should be looked at from the community's point of view that SHIB is a secure coin. So therefore, Leash and Bone should have had their coins associated with SHIB. So they should be holding SHIB through Shiba Swap as security because that gives their coin security. It gives Leash security. It would give the metaverse security. It would give eternity the security. It's not going anywhere because SHIB is a depleting supply of coins, which means it should go up. Now, it doesn't mean it will, but because it's substantiated with burns and lowering the supply of SHIB, eventually it will. And then add value to where a depleting coin should be. It should be at a lot lower, a lot higher. Sorry, not lower. Lower, going towards zero is what I was trying to get at. Should be going towards 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents. But realistically, when SHIB starts to develop and grow in the community and people find out about it, Alibaba, uh, Shopify, Peloton, all the companies that are having a struggle right now, they catch on to SHIB. They can base their hedging on SHIB. They'll be putting all their money that they're making towards SHIB, therefore increasing their value over time. And people don't understand that concept. They just don't get it. They're completely baffled by the fact that SHIB is so low. So stop looking at the price right now on SHIB. Eventually, it'll take off. People just don't. The psychology hasn't hit them yet. That they're less than half the supply of the tokens. If the half the supply of the token that you're working with, it should be a lot higher than where it is right now. How many? 5 to 6 times, and go back down and go back up and fluctuate between because it's being held. So even if the people start selling it, it gives an opportunity for people to buy it at that price. But it should never, like, everybody should be picking their spots when they want to start taking profit. Their profit should be sitting at around 7 because that's when it's way overbought. And then they come back. But that being said, that's dependent on what? How many burns are associated with SHIB. And like I said, once the companies start piling on, or the exchanges start piling on, or the brokerage firms start piling on, or you start seeing huge amounts of companies piling into SHIB because it's adopted everywhere in the world. This is the scary part. It's adopted everywhere in the world. So if it's over in Ethiopia and they started accumulating SHIB, wouldn't that scare anybody? No, why? Because no one's got any money in Ethiopia. Actually, they do have a lot of money in Ethiopia. You just haven't heard about it because they want it to look like a poor country. But there's a lot of the same thing with the Philippines. There's a lot of poor in the Philippines. Go to Makati. Makati, it's very expensive. So if they were looking at buying SHIB, they could actually hedge SHIB against their currency and drive their currency up by lowering the amount of SHIB. They burn their currency. You don't understand that concept. Nobody gets it, but that's the truth of it. And if they do that, you have no idea where SHIB's going to go. And nobody has any idea where SHIB's going to go. And I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm going to leave you with those thoughts. And you can leave comments at the bottom if you think I'm BSing you. And if someone comes out and says something about SHIB, first thing you do is you go to the burn portal. Burns. You look where they're burning. You look at the circulating supply. You look at the stakes. You say, well, what's moved? These two have moved. This goes down. This goes down. So start looking at this. Start putting your um, Excel spreadsheets together or your Google Sheets together and keep track of it. See what's happening. You'll see the same thing I've seen. It's going down and the price is going down, which makes 0 sense. Everything else, yes, it makes sense. Everything's going down because it has to follow suit with the trends. SHIB doesn't set trends. It should be every time there's a burn associated with SHIB. Oh, that means we've gained a little bit more value. Exactly. If it's less than 1%, well, we're at less than 1%. So how much would you accumulate if you burned 50 million coins a day? How much would it have to take before it start rising? If you burned 100 trillion coins, how much should it rise? I guarantee you it wouldn't move much. 100, even if you burned 100 trillion coins, unless it was companies doing it on a regular basis, you would see very little change because there's still over 1 trillion being manipulated in the circulating supply. So if someone burned their 10 trillion coins that they had, it doesn't mean anything because why they burnt their holdings. It's not going to change anything. You have to burn the circulating supply. Get the money out of the hands of people who are trading it on a daily basis. And the only way to do that is to start limiting the supply or bring on more people to invest in SHIB. Those are the two options. And this is Will Major, your host, asking you to smash the like button, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, tell me if you like it, don't like it, what I can do to make it better for you, understanding everything that's going on, and we'll get hopefully we'll get something going and be part of something bigger than what we are as part of the community. Anyway, God bless you, and Jesus loves each and every one of you. Uh, and message can I send you today, except for love and peace? There's not much. Okay, uh, just hoping that our investments start working for us. But we have to work for our investments because we are the holders, we are the owners of SHIB. Satoshi created it. Thanks be to God that he did. And anyone that's dissing him or saying bad things about him, I would really think about this. You have a depleting supply of tokens because of him. You are the owners of SHIB. If there's any problems with SHIB, it's on you, the investor, because you own it. So if you want to take your losses, it's on you. You want to make big gains? Again, it's on you. Did you do your part? Did you try and get companies to come on and take part in the burning of SHIB? I showed you a way that they can do it. Don't ask them to come out and say, well, we're going to burn our own supply. No, no, no. We want to burn the circulating supply. In order to burn the circulating supply, it's like I said, you have to get a wallet. You have to get it public so that we can see it. We can put it here and we can associate it with your website. That way, there's no hiding it. You burned it, there it is. It's on your website. We can follow it. That simple. It's that simple. So this is Will, your host. I'm saying good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon. Shabbat shalom for all my Jerusalem friends and my Messianic religious buffs. Anyway, have yourselves a great day. I look forward to seeing you and working with you in the future.